back again with Martin, and we have hammers up here. So believe it or not, there's a lot of different variants in hammers. Back to the old day of roofing, if you wanted to take out a twisty nicely and not damage the iron, you would put a claw hammer in the nail and smack hammer face to face. Or the tip was use the side of your hammer, because you'll put chips out of the side of your hammer instead of the face of your hammer. So straight away we're putting chips out of the hammers. Pretty good mentality, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's different finished hammers for different reasons. Martin's going to do a quick demonstration of that, and then we'll probably come back to the depot at the end.
Yeah. So as I said here, they're all obviously hardened surfaces. So any hammer, there's the front jaw here and the back is actually hardened. So they're heating them up and harden them to a proper Rockwell hardening. So never use a hammer against a hammer, because they shatter, and that could be really dangerous. We had heaps of accidents in New Zealand as well. So if you would hit the surface like that, metal surface, use a plastic hammer, sometimes heavy. Depends what you have to do. Also, if you use color steel on a roof, these ones are used obviously for nailing something or getting some denailing, but when you're actually installing a roof, you don't need a metal hammer anymore. You only have something plastic, so you can hammer with those ones. Also small nails, you can bang around on flashings, don't damage the colors and anything. So that's actually the way to go. The new ones have also a rounded edge on top, so that's good for the soft edging. So you can use them for soft edging, for any kind of work. These ends here are replaceable. You can pop them out on a vise and put new ones on, or you can sand them off or grind them off, whatever you want to do. Alright. Seaming hammer, obviously as well, to shift flashings into place. You can hit on those rubber parts here. You can hold, hit. That one here is flat, so that's for a flat hammering or seaming, finishing something off. Mars came out with something to protect your ankles, your fingers down here, so it has a slightly offset handle, comes up, so your bottom here is protected when you hit something. Okay. What we got here is also something different. It's also with shots in it. That's for a glazing hammer or also dead blow. So if you hit in a corner, so it doesn't bounce back on you. Usually used by glazing companies. If you do scaffolding, really recommended for scaffold as well. Nowadays they all have those layer scaffolds. They use one side metal and the other side plastic to not damage the surfaces of pipes. So they're gonna use something like that. And quite simple, if you jump over here, you will see that. You got one more sample, and that's a standard engineering hammer, we call that. The difference in here, what we have to demonstrate is you got no shock absorber in here, and you got a shock absorber in here. And what that means is that part here is with fiberglass pins in here, going through the shaft goes through the hammerhead and reduces the shock you're getting here on your wrist. So that one here doesn't leave the shock, that one here does. So it gives the bounce. It's not the bounce, it's also the metal going right, you feel it up to your elbow. And if you do that all day long, you have to hit some steel, then definitely something like that, shock absorber. If we do the same with the dead blow hammer, stops, right? One hit. There's 3 times more power in a plastic hammer with chocks in it, dead blow, than a normal hammer. Okay, so that's quite a bit of damage. That's normal. Boom. Same power, eh? Okay.
So that hammer would be perfect for pulling out twisters and using a crowbar. So you could just hit the crowbar with deep blow. No sparks. If you look at the state of this crowbar, this was used in the real world, and it's got, you can see chipping off it. but that dead blow will eliminate that. And for me, denailing like diamond dig brackets or twist nails, I feel it in my shoulder, my elbow and my wrist from just being on a crowbar for 2 hours trying to get the brackets off before smoko. I really feel it, so that would alleviate some of that.
So they're different sizes, so that's you buy them in size, so that's 30mm, that's a stock standard one, but a lot of sheet metal guys for standing seam and finishing off flashings use. That one is 40mm, then the next one up is 60mm, there's even an 80mm and a 100mm, but then they're getting heavier. So 100mm is then with the long handle for posts and stuff.
When you talked about soft edge, so you have variation in size. We used to use the E-swings and use the butt of the hammer, and after a few years you wear out the bottom of your hammer, so I'm guessing replacing a face is a lot cheaper than buying a whole new hammer.
Yeah.
And a lot more ergonomical, so on your flash guard or using your hammer like this, it'll be a lot faster to run through with a hammer like that.
Cool.